Hello, my name is 𝗥𝗶𝘀𝗶𝗴 and I support women who love someone with an addiction. And if that's you, I want to ask you something. When did you last feel genuinely rested? Not just I got some sleep rested, actually rested. And if you're struggling to answer that, stay with me because today we're talking about why loving someone with an addiction takes so much out of you and why every bit of that exhaustion makes complete sense. Maybe you've been telling yourself you shouldn't feel this way, that other people have it harder, and that you should be managing better by now. I want you to stop that thought right there. Because what I want to say to you today clearly and without any of the usual sugarcoating is this. Your exhaustion makes complete sense. Here's what most people on the outside don't understand. Loving someone with an addiction isn't exhausting because of one big dramatic crisis. It's exhausting because of the constant state of alert you live in. Think about your average day. You're reading the room before you even walk into it. You're monitoring mood. Is today a good day or a bad one? You're adjusting your tone, your timing, sometimes even what you say and what you don't say, all to try not to make things worse. And even on the good days, even when things seem calm, part of you is still braced, waiting for the other shoe to drop. That's not weakness. That's not you being dramatic. That's your nervous system doing extra work every single day just to help you get through. And that costs something. Here's the frustrating part too. From the outside, you probably look like you're coping. Things look stable enough, you're managing, you're holding it all together. But what no one sees is what's happening underneath. Your nervous system is running a constant background process, scanning for danger, managing uncertainty, holding about 15 conflicting emotions at once, love and resentment, hope and despair, wanting to help and being utterly and completely exhausted from helping. And here's the thing I really want you to hear too. That's not emotional fragility. That's you adapting over and over and over again just to get through the day. You have been adapting constantly for a long time. And it comes at a cost. And that often goes completely unacknowledged, even by you. Now let me ask you something. When did you become the one who checks the mood, softens the truth, keeps the peace, explains the behavior, protects the kids, protects the family image, and then somehow still feels guilty for being tired? Most women in your situation didn't consciously choose these roles. They crept in gradually, one small adjustment at a time, until one day you looked up and you realized that your own needs had quietly slipped off the list. Not because you stopped mattering, but because the situation kept demanding more and you kept finding more to give. Now, and this is really important, I'm not going to tell you to get more sleep or take a weekend away, because here's the truth. You can take time off, you can sleep more, you can get brief relief, but if the underlying dynamic doesn't change, the exhaustion just comes back. Because the tiredness isn't only coming from effort, it's coming from a lack of control, from carrying emotional responsibility without having any real authority, from loving someone you just cannot reach, no matter how hard you try, and from living in uncertainty for so long that your body has stopped expecting it to resolve. And that's not something a bath and an early night fixes. And honestly, sometimes advice like that can feel insulting. And knowing that, really knowing that, isn't actually depressing. It's actually a relief, because it means you're not broken. You're responding normally to an abnormal situation. What you're experiencing is not burnout from being too sensitive. And it's not because you're weak or you're not spiritual enough or not thinking positively enough. It's what happens when care keeps flowing in one direction, when vigilance never fully switches off, when you're expected by the situation, by other people, and sometimes by yourself, to keep adapting indefinitely. Humans aren't built for that. We recover from hard effort when there's resolution, when there's some sense of give and take, when we feel safe. When those things are missing for a long time, fatigue doesn't just visit, it moves in. So what do you do with all of this? Here's what I'd say to you right now if you were sitting across from me. Before boundaries, before decisions, before any of the big stuff, the first step is just this. Stop arguing with your exhaustion. Stop treating it like an inconvenience that you have to just push through. Stop telling yourself that you should be coping better. Your exhaustion is not a character flaw. It's information. So today, I don't want you to overhaul your life. I want you to try one small thing. Put your hand on your chest and take one slow breath and ask yourself, what is my exhaustion trying to tell me? Not how do I fix them? How do I fix everyone? Not what should I do next? Just what is my exhaustion telling me? Start there. Because your system is telling you something real about the situation that you're actually living in. And when you start listening to it, instead of overriding it, steadier choices become possible. Not overnight, not dramatically, but genuinely, and that's what matters. If this resonated with you, I want you to know something. You're not imagining the weight of this. And the fact that you're here watching this, trying to understand what's really happening to you, that's not weakness either. That's the beginning of finding your way back to yourself. And it shows that you really care and you're just trying to do the best that you can. Over the coming videos, we're going to look at how to start stabilizing emotionally, what self-protection actually looks like in real life, and how to make choices from a place of clarity, not depletion. If you want a practical starting point, I've created a free training called The List. It helps you begin separating what is yours to carry from what was never yours to control. The link is in the description below. It's free, it's practical, and built for women who are tired of trying harder and still feeling lost. Go and have a look. You deserve a starting point that's built exactly for you. I'm glad you found your way here. If this video was useful, please consider subscribing to the channel. And liking this video may help it find other women who need to hear it. Make sure you're taking care of yourself too, and I'll see you in the next video.